don't think that Kanye intentionally, brought up the whole Jewish thing or anti-Semitic, which I don't think. I mean, I guess maybe he is racist against that religion.
No, I don't think he's racist. I heard a podcast just yesterday for some. I think it's ALO or something like that. Some company. He was just talking, and I just heard him talking. It was just, I just like to hear him speak. I don't think he's like a real hateful person or anything like that.
Right.
You can tell from the way he speaks. So.
But he was trying to expose that religion or religious community, I guess. I mean, I don't know. There's just like a whole bunch of different types of Jews, I guess, right?
I gotta look it up. I don't know. I don't know. I seen a picture of with Kyrie Irving next to it. It was like a thumbnail, and in the background I saw a bunch of, well, I guess what would look like black Jews, and I was like, oh snap! There was like a bunch of them in one spot. I was like, oh, that's different.
But are there still black Jews? I don't know any black people that claim to be Jewish.
No. I actually looked up. If you look at my YouTube history, like I watch a lot of Jewish stuff, like because they talk about money a lot, so I think it's cool. But I kind of wish I was Jewish.
I mean, do black Jews talk about money like that?
I don't know.
I mean, there's I forgot what they're called, the Jewish people, the white ones with blue eyes with the curls.
Hasidic?
Yeah, Hasidic. Yeah. So maybe they're on that money wave.
I don't know. They're all different. I know when I used to work, like I thought all of them would be cool with one another. And that's not necessarily the case. I remember one time I'm working, I'm in the aisle. I saw one Jewish guy walk by another Jewish guy, and I figured like, oh snap, they about to do some like Jewish code or something.
They're about to do the handshake.
So I couldn't wait for this to happen. And they crossed paths today. They didn't say anything to one another. I said, oh snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
were they wearing the same outfit?
No, not really. One of them was kind of like I think it's called a yarmulke. One had a yarmulke on, and then one had the Hasidic Jew. So I guess they didn't. I don't know. They didn't know each other.
But the Hasidic Jews, they wear it too. They wear it.
What this particular one, he didn't have it on. He had more like a I don't know what you call a hat.
Oh yeah. But they wear it under those hats. They wear it.
Oh, it's under the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, the
cool,
circle.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the name of it?
Yeah. Okay, so but yeah, they didn't say anything to each other. And then one time I was cutting wood for one of them, right? And he was so cool person, right? Like down to earth. I was like, this is cool. Him and his wife, they were real cool. I just thought that the connection was nice and dope. So I cut the wood for him, and he wanted the wood to take with him if we had like any place that he can like rent something. He couldn't. So he said he's gonna figure out. He'll call around for somebody to help him. I thought that was cool. Like he was able to call around for a whole bunch of people, different people to help him. So he found a way to do it. But
they're very much plugged in.
Right, through his connection. But it wasn't as easy as I thought though. He was calling around and getting turned down. That's what I thought was cool about it. So I guess he wasn't one of the real popular ones. I don't know, but he was getting turned down left and right. But I thought it was cool. Cool people, yo.
I mean, their way of doing things is honestly, the last job that I did have, it was a company owned by Hasidic Jews, and they ran the company. Like all my managers were Jewish, and they were all really nice, and they were cool.
Yeah.
They were very cool.
As a matter of fact, my boy that works for a Jewish company, Duncan Hardware, he says nothing but good things about him, his bosses.
I had no complaints.
Right. Yeah,
they were funny. They were cool. They were generous. Best job I've ever had.
Right, but I mean, this is cool to talk about. I just thought about this shit. But for a fact, how cool these Jews were, right? How cool they are. This is a fact. The way they do money, it circulates through them. That shit is amazing. Like I know that for a fact. I don't feel like anything can happen to me right now for saying that because I have proof. Like damn, I'm like, oh shit, I got inside information with this coming to this stuff. And I think it's kind of like it's like smart the way they do it. It's oh my god, it's smart the way they do it.
I work as a nanny with a Jewish family, so I'm in the home. I'm, hearing everything, and I do agree they are very cool, but it's to a certain extent. Why they don't have an issue with you per se, and so they wouldn't show you other sides of them if they don't have to. But what I noticed is they keep the money in the community, and they told me that word for word. So
word for word, word
for word.
I mean, I don't look at that as being a bad thing.
No, I think that if we were doing that, we would be on the same page as them.
That's impossible.
But you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I think that they're smart.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. I always wanted to do something like that. Like,
La Sociedad.
La Sociedad.
Keep it in the family. Keep it in the culture.
It's my turn, right? Oh man, I'm glad I was able to share that with you. We were able to laugh at it because I thought that was funny. I'm like, whoa, what is that, yo? Why you gotta think, yo?
Yo, hey, listen, it works.
Right, I know. But I'm just saying, I just thought that was like, yo, what is this about? And then when you told me about it, what's it called again?
La Sociedad.
Yeah. So all the Spanish people would know about that.
Or should.
It's a dope thing. It's a community thing, basically.
Right.
Blacks, we don't have anything like that.
I heard, I don't know if this is accurate, but I heard.
Bring the mic a little closer.
Sorry, guys. I heard that they invented food stamps. Jewish. I don't have. That's not a fact. It's hearsay.
I thought you said black people invented food stamps.
No.
What?
No.
Maybe. I don't know who invented food stamps, but I know that a few years ago, a few Jewish people did get caught scamming through welfare. Like they, when I tell you
No. They
came up on food stamps.
Right.
Yes! Right. No, I looked that stuff up before too. So, like, you're accurate with that.
I wish I had proof. I remember hearing this. I didn't know how accurate it was. So.
Yeah. Man, there I mean, there are some. I've dealt with blacks that knew how to. I guess the term would be work the system, like whether legal or illegal, whatever the case is. Knew how to work the system, and he worked me. And yeah, so that was the last time I'm gonna ever get in business with anybody unless I control everything. I won't get into business with anybody unless I control every single part of it. I don't care what deal it is. I got to control every single part of it. Everything has to come through me.
You want to oversee
everything. Yeah, I learned my lesson.
Understandable.
I mean, there's a lot of black people that are scamming out here. Are they on the same level as?
I think they could be. I think
they can be. Yeah.
I think they can be. Yeah, I think they can be. But because think about
like you mentioned some rappers or the other day, right, with the scamming.
Oh yeah. I like listening to them. I could hear it in the lyrics, like, damn, these guys are scamming. And then
it's a thing now.
And all the lyrics are true. We know that now when it comes to rap. Like, these guys are not lying. I always knew that. Let's talk about that a little bit when it comes to like the art or whatever. When it comes to a lot of these, like, I knew this shit was true. Everything that these guys talk about is true.
You mean
from the infidelity
they live
to
that
the
life?
to the drugs, to the guns, to the robberies, to the murders. It's all true.
That's why there's hip hop police.
I don't know if all of them are living that life though. I think there's some of them who are just artists and performers, and they're talented. So
I agree.
They get to tell that story, but they're not necessarily living it.
But then they're great storytellers then.
Yeah.
They're great storytellers. But, okay, if they're not living it per se, but what if your brother's living it? So aren't you living it too? In a way? That you're like so close to it, like really, really close to it? Sometimes, like, I don't be in the streets, but I know street people. And when it comes to certain situations, I can look at how they would look at it, and that helps me out. So it's like, I'm not a street person, like, per se, but I know a lot of street shit because I know it's like to be around those type of people. You have
that knowledge because
you have the knowledge, that fears, those anxieties, the same thing. It's just that you're just not that person. So it's like you are living that life, or you could live that life, but you don't. So even if you don't live that life, you still know so much about it. So what I'm saying is this shit is real. Like everything that they're saying is real. Like people are getting shot, murdered, killed.
Oh, definitely.
What I would say is affiliation. They're affiliated with that lifestyle because they are in that business.
Yeah.
So they might not be shooters and, you know, getting involved in certain things, but their friend most likely is, or whomever.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
would agree. So yeah, these people are real, man.
It's funny. I mean, I guess because I was gonna say it's funny how you have people living that lifestyle and then they become rappers, right? But I guess they have a story to tell.
They have something to say.
Right. That's wait, say that again. Wait, because I'm just thinking about something just now.
Because I'm thinking about like, okay, so why are all rappers telling this story?
Telling the same story.
Right.
Like why can't any of them tell? I was thinking about that the same way. Why can't, because, and I know the answer too. Why can't any of them tell like a real estate mogul
like,
story?
can you be a rapper? Can you be a successful guy?
Scientist, like, come on.
And be a rapper.
Yeah, it just so happened I'm a rapper too.
Right.
Oh, man.
It's like all the rappers rap about.
But you know what?
Right.
Crime.
And I said this before, an artist came out and it came out already, but I was already ahead of it. We're ahead of it right now. We're ahead of it. There has to be somebody. But the thing is, they have to curse and be just as vulgar with it too. But they got to be a scientist, like you said.
And my thing is, I understand you have to show people you're not one to play with.
Right.
But why does it have to be every album, every song?
Right.
We get it.
But
Like, so are criminals the only ones that
can rap?
That can
I can't
rap?
be a rapper and
Right.
rap about
that's what I'm
my
saying.
ballet struggles.
Oh shit! This is the topic right here. This is the problem with hip hop right now. Like, yo, we need a motherfucking real estate mogul, black dude, and he got this rap, but he got to have all of the rap.
He gotta have bars.
the bars, the bitches, the strip clubs and everything. But he got to talk about
guns.
why he flips houses and how
Right.
easy it is. Like, yo, I flipped this 2
Right.
weeks.
Why
I
does
just-
every rapper make money by selling
Yeah,
drugs,
right.
scamming?
Right. Those are the only stories we're interested in.
Like, so none of you rappers make legit money?
Legit money.
You're all getting it that way. Wow.
That's a good one. Why does every rapper have to be a criminal?
Right. And this is what we spoke about it a little bit on the last episode, how that's all you hear in rap music.
Right, which is why it has a bad reputation. And rappers have a bad
Yeah,
reputation.
but as bad as the reputation is, everybody loves it. I love rap music.
Yeah.
I do. It's not my first, but it's
Trap,
I love it.
drill,
Yeah.
all of it.
Right.
I like it. I like it. I'm very smart with it. I'm strategic with this with the junk food I put in my that I give myself, because I like junk food, but I don't overdo it. Kind of like how I do my diet, like when it comes to eating. Like, I don't really like junk food too much. Like, I want stuff with substance, so that's what I want to put in my brain, substance. But I do dabble and be like, yo, I want some Skittles real quick. I won't even eat the whole pack. I'll eat it for a little bit. I think the same thing with that's how I think about porn, the black culture, and a lot of other stuff like history. It's like, I dabble in it, but that ain't that important to me. Like, I need something that's gonna really like help elevate me, like for real, that I think is gonna elevate me. And to me, and people don't agree with me, I don't think black history elevates me. I kind of like I look to elevate the individual. That's all I'm about. I don't really care about your culture and all that stuff. Maybe you do, and maybe I could care in the back end, but I want to know, like, what are you doing? What is your philosophy, and how are you moving?
I agree. Like, I love that. I don't know why people are so invested in it when all it does is teach you about history, and what is that going to do for you, really? I don't know. Because like, we've known history for a while now, and still here we are glorifying criminal rappers.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, what is the point? You know all this history.
I agree that there are certain artists that can be using that platform, even if you're an underground and you're coming up, to talk about something that matters. I don't even have a platform right now, but I still, when I post things, I want it to matter, even if it's just one person that can take something positive from it and use it in their life and show someone else. That's my goal as an artist, because ballerinas are artists, dance is art.
But I
So-
think entertainment doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Like when I listen to rap music, it's like watching a movie for me or
I
watching
agree.
TV. It's not like I'm looking to get anything out of it. If I want to get something out of something, I'm going to go read a book or, do some research, read an article. Not
There's
There
still
you go
listen
with the
to-
book reading. in the interview Kanye had the other day, he was talking about how much he doesn't read books. And I see that that's a thing with people.
At this book, I actually haven't read any book. Reading is like eating Brussels sprouts for me, and talking is like getting the Giorgio Baldi corn ravioli. like a good conversation.
They talk about they don't read books. I don't read. And that's cool, I guess. But I don't know. It's something that I don't think you should, like, remember I was telling you about, we always talk about it.
Where
And
do people get this information though?
What do you mean?
Because, okay, so Kanye doesn't read books. So where does he get
But
his information
I
from?
think they can get it from so many different other sources. But what I'm saying and what I'm alluding to is when you tell me you don't read, it's not upping your value because you don't read. It actually lessens your value to me. And I told you one thing that you don't do ever is display low value. Once
Thank
you
you.
display any type of low value, it's no good. Like maybe I display low value sometime and somebody can bring it up like, boom. And I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that. But I don't think that's like maybe I display low value when I tell people I'm a D student, C student. Maybe I should stop saying that. Maybe it'd be similar. But when he said that, I was thinking like, oh, it was so like, that's kind of not cool to tell people you don't read.
Like
I don't
people
think that's
try
a
to
value
make
thing.
it. People try to make it a cool thing
It's
not to
not.
read. People try to make it a cool thing. Like I don't be reading.
I'm not trying to say you have to read, but I'm saying is, like you said, don't try to make that
Why
a cool
display
thing.
it?
Yeah, don't make that a cool thing.
What I
yo.
would say is, honestly, growing up, it wasn't the main thing that I wanted to do, but I knew, how are you going to get smarter? How are you going to be able to sit down and talk to these people? If your vocabulary, your knowledge, you need to come from somewhere with what you're saying and
Yeah.
be able to prove it. So
Exactly.
reading is important, but there's still an influence. I wanted to comment on what you said. You don't use these, whatever, social media or entertainment to take anything from. It's just for fun. But there's people who are influenced by that. Even if they don't intend to take knowledge from there, there's followers. You
Of
just so happen
course.
to be a leader. And so you're not going to just look at something that's going to influence you, but not everybody is Gisela.
No, of course, but in a way, what are they gonna do?
Right.
As a rapper, if you know that you can bring entertainment, you're not necessarily trying to be a role model. You're not taking on that
Right.
role.
But you know that there are people, fans, and they're looking up to you. So what are you putting out there that should matter to me personally? Even for myself, I know I have my little sisters and little cousins looking at my social media. What are you showing them? What are you putting out there? Even if it has nothing to do with career or what you do for fun, what are you putting out there? Because somebody's always watching.
Yeah, well, there's good stuff out there too. You have to make that choice as an individual. Like Ron said, he chooses what type of junk and the amount that he consumes.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's
Right.
up to you as a person.
Right.
Yeah,
It is.
and I do like I said, not junk food, but as far as like content, junk food content every now and then. But it's not. I just need to build me so bad. It's important. One of the things, and this is what happens. Like when he said that, when Kanye said that about him not reading, it made me think about everything after he said that. All of the cool stuff he said, it made me think like, oh, that's just freestyle. He didn't read that. And it's not a bad thing. Like maybe, I wish I could have a conversation with him so we can go back and forth. And it's like, I've heard this before. I read this before. Like one time they said, I heard this, like, it's almost the same thing as if you have a long speech in front of a crowd, right? And you were nervous. At the end of the speech, you should never tell them, like, you should never do something like, they start clapping for you, you should never go,
Of course.
and let people know you were nervous.
Right.
Right.
Because then now they feeling sorry for you. It's a different feeling.
Right.
It's like I said, you you can't do that
Right.
shit.
Like you try to bring inspiration to somebody. Now they're not inspired anymore. They're like, oh wait, hold up.
Hold on, you just winging this, Kanye?
Right. Like, wait, so you don't read books? Where you getting this stuff from?
Oh man, yo,
Like, I don't know if I believe you anymore.
yeah, damn, yo, why'd you say that? Yeah, you know who else said that too? And it actually gave me more confidence. Gary Vee doesn't read. He said he doesn't read, and I'm skimming, listening to him talk. Then when he say he don't read, I'm like, you know how people do that shit, and they be like, the reaction videos.
Yeah.
They walk by the screen. They be like, whoa, what he say?
Yeah.
So when he said when he say he don't read, I'm like, whoa, you don't read. So I'm like, hold up. So all of this shit, you guys, about luck. This is luck. I'm trying to tell Gisela all of this shit is luck.
No. Because even though he doesn't read, he still does other things.
Right.
Like he pays a lot of attention to what's going on.
Agreed. But like I said, when you don't read, it's just like, to me, it's like, you don't read.
I think, I don't know. They may be saying that they don't read. So it's probably like they don't take a whole a book and sit there and read a whole book, but they're getting information from somewhere. They have to be reading something.
Even if it's an article,
Right.
an ad.
So it's cat.
Exactly.
Cat.
You have to read in order to.
So Gary Vee, if you're watching, that's Cap. You read, and
Right.
and Kanye, that's Cap.
Definitely.
You definitely read, yo.
They both read.
Just coming from nowhere with that shit. Yeah. All right, I like you guys again. Gisela helped me like you guys again, man. You guys are the geniuses. That's what it is. Moving right along. We're do we have anything else? There was something. Oh, the Hebrew to Negroes book, right? Wake Up, Black America.
I mean,
I've got to put my order
talk
on right
about
now.
reading,
Right.
Yeah.
I have to read.
right?
that.
Is that a book that you'd want to read?
Look, I'm just gonna.
H2N?
I'm just gonna H2N. I'm just gonna. I want to order it because it's like it's a trendy thing now. But as soon as it teaches one thing that feels like hatred, I'm out.
I mean,
Okay.
I
'Cause I'm not
don't
into
know
that.
if it's necessarily hatred. Obviously, I didn't read the book. I'm not interested. But since we're talking about it, it says here on Wikipedia what it's
Uh-oh.
about.
Wikipedia. I think anybody can write on Wikipedia.
2018 film directed by Ronald
Ronald?
Dalton Jr. The movie's based upon a black Hebrew Israelite book of the same name. Critics say that the film is filled with anti-Semitic tropes, Holocaust denial, and claims of an international Jewish conspiracy.
Why do I feel like it's a movie played by Denzel Washington? I'm just imagining him walking through a desert with sandals on and fucked up feet and like a
Listen.
fro.
Right.
I can see that.
That'll be great.
I don't know why I just got that vision.
I definitely am going to read
It's
it.
Black Power.
It's Black Power.
Black Power. If you ask me, Hebrews to Negroes.
Yeah.
I've honestly never heard this in my life, so this is new information as well as the book that I haven't read.
The film promotes black Hebrew Israelite beliefs that some people of color, including black Americans, are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. One of the ideas shared in the film is that the Jews of today are not actual Jews, and they culturally appropriated the religious heritage of black people and then covered it up.
Interesting.
I heard somebody tell me that we're the people, well, my people, not you. I'm just guessing. This is what he told me, that my people are the ones that built the pyramids. That's why we're so strong. Like, oh, that's what happened. Like, oh, I don't know.
Who are your people?
I don't know. He said I built the pyramids. You know what I mean? When he said that, it's got a vision of me putting like I have a big ass brick and it's walking up a pyramid. Like, could I do this? Could I build a fucking pyramid?
I mean, but there's so many conspiracy theories about
Right. The
the pyramids because aliens also built it. Because they couldn't figure out how did these pyramids get here? How were they built?
Yeah, man. If this is conspiracy theory stuff, I ain't into it. Now I don't even want to buy it. I'm still gonna buy it because it's just. Let me feel how much.
I mean,
this
but
book
who
is.
else? Let's say it
If it's
wasn't
under
aliens.
$15,
Right, because
Well, I
that's
know where.
harder.
Hey, look, I know where I can buy it. I can go to Amazon because they're not canceled. So let me go to Amazon.com
Right.
and buy
Nothing
this book.
lower than $13.99.
Amazon. Let's see how much these Hebrews to Negroes.
I don't know.
Hebrews.
I'm definitely interested in reading it just to have the information so that I can form a proper opinion on it. I've never heard of this before. So,
You
or
never
who were the
heard?
original Israelites?
You never heard of that?
I've never heard of
Yeah.
this. I've never. I heard
Black
maybe
people
once, but
are the original everything. If you
because
ask
my
me,
thing, what it black? We're talking
Oh,
about
black people are
complexion.
original
Complexion.
yeah,
Because what are we
they're
talking
the
about?
first. Black people say that the first person to ever exist was black. They were the first Hebrew.
Well,
Everything came from black people.
those Neanderthals looking things. They look like they were.
The cavemen.
The cavemen. What were they? I don't know. Were cavemen black? Cavemen look black.
I don't know what they
This
were.
this argument is
The ones
fun.
that I seen on TV, they're white with a whole bunch of hair.
Yeah, but
Nah, they look like they mixed.
thank you.
They
Yes.
look like mixed,
Yes.
like black and white. Like
I mean,
So
we-
pull it up. This is why we
Yeah.
have the internet.
Yeah,
We
check-
look mixed.
Check and see what a caveman black or white.
What?
All of us should be talking, right?
Right.
What?
This is $8
the
on a Kindle. A Kindle book. I don't even do Kindle books.
He's like,
The Kindle, $27.
Oh. Why is this shit showing me red velvet cake? This is what I'm talking about with Google. Like I asked for a caveman, and they are showing me a cake man. Typo,
I
sorry.
cannot.